take your hand and you go open and close, you can feel the muscles in your forearm contract. When you have a fist, your forearm is small. When you have your hand open, your forearm is big. So you want to create slack by open hands. And then you're going to pull those hands, your elbows, and you're going to shoot them past your rib cage as hard and violently as you can. And it turns your body into a wedge. And the tape will shear. It'll look like it's been cut with scissors. That will work for duct tape and zip ties, but anything beyond that, you have to get more creative. Wiggle or use tools around you. Friction, you can use the corner of a wall and cut your way out. If you find yourself being bound, a good idea is to get big. Take a big breath if they're trying to wrap around your chest. Flex your muscles, make everything as big as possible. That way when it's time to escape, you get small, and all of a sudden all that slack appears, and now you can wiggle out or get out of the restraints however you can. Probably the easiest thing to do to be more preemptive and proactive is carry a razor blade and carry a handcuff key. You can hide them in your shoes. That way, if you're bound in front or bound from behind, you can still squat down and get to your shoes and free yourself. If you don't have any of those on you or you can't get to your tools, you really just have to think outside the box and find different things in your environment that you can either, friction through it, burn through it, cut it, shear it, whatever it takes to get it going so that you can free yourself.
Hello PG fam, this is Passionately Gangsta, and I'm just wondering if I could take a few minutes of your time to speak to Drea Kelly. I posted a video a few minutes ago, and this is my commentary part of part 1, Drea Kelly, can I speak to you like I care? And I'm going to speak to you like I care due to the respect of Robert Sylvester Kelly. I'm coming from a point of view of a domestic abuse survivor myself. And I have a few questions that I would like to know. There are some choices that you made that I personally don't agree with. My first thing that I would like to know is, if you went through all of this, I would like to know, why was his last name so important to you? That's what I would like to know. And I'll tell you why in a few minutes. I would also like to know why you felt the need to get remarried and keep his last name. That I would like to know. Thirdly, I would like to know why you got a divorce and then you went back to his last name instead of your maiden name. This I would like to know. Whenever we see things like this, we have to question it. We have to question the intent of your behavior. There were just a few things that I'm just trying to figure out. I had to include a video because something just didn't make any sense to me about this comment that you made about being hogtied, and since you are a dancer, you were able to find a way to wiggle yourself, out of it. It just seems really odd. We're not watching a horror movie here, okay? There isn't some camera crew that was in your bedroom that can just miraculously untie the knot for you and help you get yourself from out of that position without any help. So I included a video from a Navy SEAL just to kind of open up people's eyes a little bit about your story. There has been a lot of things floating around the internet about you, Miss Drea Kelly. Some things just doesn't seem right at all. 1 minute you're praising Robert Kelly. And the next thing you know, you're dogging him out. Well, let me explain something to you. I got a problem with you constantly going to court, motion after motion, trying to get child support. And you have not showed one thing that you have done with that money besides take a picture and put it on Twitter of you buying marijuana, of you purchasing a marijuana business. Now, listen, I don't have a problem with that. But where is this income coming from where you're able to buy into such a lucrative, high business at this moment? Where are you getting this money from? The people would like to know. Let me explain something to you. I didn't want anything from my ex-husband. I didn't want his money. I didn't want his last name. I didn't even want a picture of him. So what makes you different from me? So you can say, yeah, you know, years and years and years of abuse and you didn't say anything. Well, what about the end result? Because let me explain to you what I told my husband. I said, you know what? It's no need for me to call the cops when I know that I'm not mentally strong enough to leave you yet. Okay? I owned up to that as a woman. Was it a wise choice? No. But I was weak. What is your excuse? My husband wasn't rich. Actually, I was the breadwinner. I was just a girl. He was my first love. And it was hard to let go. Okay? So I didn't want anything from him at the end. But at the end, like you said, when you almost lost your life and you had to wait on him to go to sleep because you didn't know what else to do, you wiggled your way out of those ropes and you ran for your life. So this is a hard question that The View didn't ask you. Did you take any photos? Video? You know, just in case he tried to come back and get you and you needed proof to help you stay away from your abuser. Did you do that? Did you call the police once you had the mental strength to leave him, like I did? Or is it like what you said in your videos? That's my baby daddy. And he has paved the way for myself and my children, our children, to live this luxurious life. Or is it a conversation that you had with Lizette when you was bullying LaToya Middleton to do press conferences to feed your narrative? And when she didn't do what you wanted her to do, what did you do? You didn't want nothing to do with her because she refused to get on your gravy train. Let me tell you something, Mrs. Drea, it's Kelly. You have a lot of nerves. And you, ma'am, should be ashamed of yourself. You are not the face of me, and neither are you the face of any other woman that has been severely abused, or man. I'm not saying that you didn't have a few arguments. I'm not even saying that it wasn't a little hustle and tussle every once in a while. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, the people would like to know, why didn't you do anything then? Why didn't you do anything after you separated yourself when you knew mentally that you were done? Why? Why did you go to his birthday party in 2015 if he disgusts you so much, as you said on The View? When you said that you're going to try to tell your story without crying. You are quite the actress. What you should have been instead of a dancer is an actress. Right? All you want is fame. That's all you ever wanted. You felt empowered to be chosen out of all those dancers to be his wife. Didn't you? You felt empowered to have 3 children by him. Didn't you? And you also still feel that power to carry on his last name. When most women get a divorce from their husband and they remarry, they carry on the name of their new husband. Right? So the people want to know, what are your motives? The people would like to know that why that you see the father of your children going through what he's going through right now as we speak. You know that his money is held up. So why are you trying to take his royalties? Why are you trying to keep him from his children? Did he abuse his children, Miss Kelly? Did he? Did he abuse you? The people want to know. Because if it was me, and let me explain something to you. Even though what I went through with my ex-husband, I have always encouraged my children to have a relationship with their father. Now, me on the other hand, that's a different story. I want nothing to do with him. If I see him on the street, will I speak to him? Yes, I will. You know why? Because he's one of God's children. People make mistakes. We were young. He still hasn't quite changed. But who am I to judge? I'm not judging you. I'm asking you questions that everyone wants to know. So I'm going to ask you once again, Drea Kelly, are you willing to answer them? That's the question.